cool. They checked it first to see if it fit. Now they're putting the windows in the frame here before they put it up. See, there's a little computer room there, and there's some plywood there that protects the computer room and stuff, and there's a shelf up there, and they didn't want to have to take the shelf down. See, way up high there's a shelf, and then that plywood, they would have had to take that off to put these in from inside. So if you have anything up against your window on the inside, can you do it a different way on these particular windows? Yes, you can. Just like how they're doing it. They were able to check it first. See, they happened to do this other one. They shimmed it and installed the outside framework first, then slid the windows in from the inside. Well, see, they've already checked it to make sure it all fits right. Now they've got it set just like a regular window, a fixed window frame like most windows are. And now they're going to lift that entire thing up in there, make sure it fits and everything. Slip that entire window frame up in there. I guess you got to know a little bit what you're doing with these types of windows. And see, I think it's designed that you can slide the window down from the top, or you can lift it up from the bottom. That's how these types of windows are. Not all windows are created the same. You can get fixed windows with just a slider at the bottom and have it all a continuous piece. But these particular windows are made a different way. They slip together quite nice if you know what you're doing. There was a mini blind in there. They're going to be kind enough to take their air nozzle and kind of clean this off a little bit.
How you doing? Good. Doug left me a card for you. He had to run to an appointment, I guess.
See, they're gonna put that back up there because it's a computer room, and they're just gonna slip that back up in there for the time being. Later on, if the building owner wants to replace it, he can by taking that plywood down. That's why they're doing this, just because that plywood's up there. So they're doing it slightly a different way. Is there always two ways to do something? Yes. See, this time they slipped the whole thing in there in one go. See? If you have anything inside in the way of the window, you can do it that way too. Check it with their level, and then they'll plumb it up, and then they can put shims on the right and left hand side and on the bottom if they have to, if the seal's not perfectly level. Okay, so when you're installing windows, yes, if you have a friend who knows halfway how to read a level and how to make sense of things, you can do it too. Now if they have to rip the trim a little bit to make it fit in there, so be it. The main thing is that you want your windows straight, square, and true. That way the slider portion of your window slides properly and it doesn't drag. Remember that. If you were wondering, do I have to drill holes in these windows? No, see that right there? That's a pre-finished hole, and then they give you some little caps that snap right on in there. That's what he's doing right now. He's putting those in. Those are pre-finished the same color. And up on the top, they didn't give them any white ones. They gave them some dowels. So he's got some holes up here, and he's going to put a dowel in there, and then you can paint it the same color as your window jamb. That's how you're going to cover up those holes. Now they're almost done setting these windows. But what's the next step after that, do you suppose? They're going to have to cut and measure some trim to fit in here. Now see, these windows are designed that the trim is going to fit right in this pocket area here, so it's not going to stick out. So they'll have to measure from here to there and rip that. Now that might not be the exact size that they're going to need. You know, out of a 2x4 trim, they may have to rip this down and do some measuring. They may have to shim this or something. It looks like this edge might be sticking out this way further than this edge. Okay, so I think they're going to have to trim and rip a little piece there so this trim will lay flat. Okay, I guess that's what they're going to work on next. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more video.